leadership position or being a team member as well, we tend to communicate. But when it comes to communication, there are certain elements, the type of language, how do we articulate our idea, which plays a significant role while communicating. So this is a holistic idea of today's LDI. For example, in the last session with Arun also, we talked about how do we give prompts or how do we talk to people who is in UI UX designing, right? So that they can have a quality projects, that they can execute the idea. So which lays one of the foundation for success of your project and communicating and fulfilling the purpose of the communication, right? So around this, we have our QFD shape. I'll read the QFD for you once. How would you define language if you would have to convey as many properties
Wait,
as possible?
Roshni, the pitch for LDI, right? We would like it to be linked to business impact. So we'd like your LDI pitch around how in your projects, how have you used language very cleverly to grow your organization? There must be areas where you had to take some extra detail or extra care in your language, right? To either communicate to AI or to communicate to people. Some choice of words or choice of language, which was a game changer. How was language a game changer in your project? Got it? I think a lot of you will have stories, especially escape velocity fellows will have a lot of stories, right? How you calmed a client down. उसको शांत कैसा किया with some language. What words you use to create confidence. So how language was a game changer in your communication. And before you go in with your pitches, those who want to pitch, raise your hands, please. How language was a game changer in your project. How using the right words helped you win your project. And guys, language is not about the world outside. Language is for the world inside. Language is not for the world outside. Language is for the world inside. Language is for our own clarity, not just for others. When we use the right words, we get the intuition, we get clarity of how to proceed. And Ludwig Wittgenstein, there was a great philosopher called Wittgenstein. His work has helped us understand that language is more for the world inside than for the world outside. Yeah, we have 3 seats. Come on. Who wants to present your game changer moments? How you use language very cleverly as a game changer in your project? Wait, Aditya, you didn't start any project already, no? Okay, but that's okay. That's okay. You can pitch. I mean, I'm talking about Aditya Sharma. Good to see you. Got hired this week only, no? Your first LDI pitch?
Yes, sir.
Super. You can call me Tarun. I don't know why you call me sir.
Okay, Tarun.
Awesome. Come on, we have one last seat. Who's going in? Come on. Okay, awesome, Rizwan. So over to you, Shivam, for your pitch.
Hi everyone. Like this week, we're conducting interviews for case studies. So one of the major things that happened was that, having the interview in English was causing a bit of problem for some of the participants. So I asked them to converse in Hindi because the transcripts ultimately gets automatically translated into English. And Hindi is a language like they can articulate their ideas much more effectively, and we can also understand the business much better. And then make the case
Shivam,
study much more.
was it just change in language or was there
Yes,
any
the change in language not only saved time of the interview, but
Shivam, you're
also
going on tangents. Was it the change in language or your use of language? Did you use language cleverly? The way you speak or the way you articulate something?
like the right
You
questions.
can come back because LDI pitch is supposed to be 30 seconds. Over to you, Krishnavamsi.
Hello, everyone. Language is used to speak to others. So, in our project, we used it to speak to AI. So, how do you speak to AI? How do you prompt it? How do you articulate it? Also matters. So, uh, so, so if you want to know more about it, please come to my room.
Okay. That's interesting. How do you talk to AI? Krishnavamsi has some answers. Over to you, Shubhadeep.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Shubhadeep, and I wanted to tell you that language is the most important part of a conversation. So
Shubhadeep,
if
I'm
you
not.
come,
Can you specifically come to how you use language as a game changer in your project here?
yeah. So in our lab, we use language as a game changer to how to converse with people and do them the correct tasks efficiently without wasting too much of time on them.
Okay. So how do you communicate with least amount of time by being very economical with your words? Okay, awesome, Shubhadeep.
Yes.
What do you, Paridhi?
So currently we're in the process of reaching out to different business owners. So language has played a huge role in all of it. I've been using it in terms of refining the cold call pitch that we're using to reach out to them. And it's also playing a very major role in the ad copies we're creating, the type of language market fit that we're trying to achieve. So yeah, that is what I'll be talking about majorly, the importance of language market fit and why just having a product market fit is not enough.
Yeah. So if you want people to listen to you, you better speak in a language that they talk, right? That's called the language market fit. Paridhi wants to talk about language market fit. Over to you, Aditya Srivastav.
Yeah, so most of my work revolves around AI. So I have to communicate in various different ways to get the output that I really want. So how to manipulate AI in what ways you want to get the output, you can
So Aditya,
join my.
how is your language different from Krishnavamsi's language? We want to understand that language to decide whether to go to Krishnavamsi's room or your room.
There is many similarities in our work, but still I can give some examples where that can differ from him.
Okay, so I mean, you could have just said that his language is more around data engineering, right? Your language is more around video editing. So if
Yeah,
people want to see how you play with videos, they can enter your room, right?
yeah.
AI prompting for videos, Aditya Srivastava. AI prompting for data engineering, Krishna Vamsi. Yeah. Audio differentiation done. Audio Pratibha.
Yeah, so in language, speech perception is quite important because how we interpret the spoken language that that ultimately helps us in what people are understanding or what they're not understanding. So in cognitive psychology, there are two terms called tacts and mans. They sound a little funny, but they are sort of techniques that help you analyze the verbal behavior. And WCL is all responsible for talking to all the stakeholders. So these techniques really help me. So once you join my room, we'll talk about this.
Okay. How you listen to people carefully and based on what you're listening, how you understand their behavior. She says she has two magic tricks for it. You can go to her breakout room to understand what they are. She'll not tell you because if she tells you, you'll not go to her breakout room. Yeah. Audio Surichi.
Yeah, so my pitch would be revolving around how I use subject matter articulation, which always Tarun says me, ki, when you're talking to candidates, have a particular subject matter articulation. I shifted to business owners as well. So, there were different ways in which I had to, shape it so as to make my communication very effective to both the stakeholders when I was communicating. So that would be my pitch revolving around.
Correct. There's some subject matter expertise of what you're communicating, right? You're not just telling stories, you're communicating some domain expertise. So, how do you communicate that expertise is what Suruchi wants to cover. Nice topic. Over to you, Vishwambara.
In my pitch would be like how to use language in follow-ups, because since we are also doing follow-ups a lot lately, so I understand the importance of language, and I'm also using the sixth principle of persuasion to pitch the right way in the right way. So that would be my pitch.
Okay. I think
Yeah,
quite a few of you are solving this follow-up problem for your organization, right? How to follow
yeah.
up right away is what Vishwambara is promising, along with Cialdini's six persuasion principles, right? Fantastic topic, Vishwambara. Over to you, Balkar.
So currently we are working on running a campaign in our organization for upselling our product in new and existing customers. So for that we have to collaborate with the managers and global heads. So there are many less times when they have a time slot left for us. So I will explain in my speech how we can politely ask them for their time to explain them our idea or explain in a whole process of campaign.
Okay.
Yes.
So, how do you get the time of people when you need a meeting with somebody and they don't give you time? How do you use language cleverly to make sure you get their time? Sounds
Today
silly,
only,
but very important problem, right? I'm sure a lot of people have issues, right? You're not getting time, time for meeting someone. How do you
today
get time? Yeah.
Ramaraju sir was lefting and we were like, sir, please give us 2 minutes, sir, please give us 2 minutes. Then he was like, only 2 minutes. Okay.
Cool. How do you grab the time of people to get your work done, right? To get your
Yeah.
project Going.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice topic. Over to you, Omkar.
So, language plays an important role, and how emotions and language can help you to get your job done. So, basically, I will be more talking about corporate office, that is headquarter, and factory. So, how I build a bridge between headquarter and factory so that the communication can go well. The works from both the departments can be done well.
Okay. So Omkar is building a cable bridge between both the corporate office and the factory, and how he is using language cleverly is what he'd like to share in his breakout room. Fantastic. That sounds exciting, Omkar. Over to you, Dinesh.
So hello everyone. I would like to tell you about how I use uh, ChatGPT basically to handle situations like if we're stuck in a situation like I actually experienced it with the ChatSpace team. At that time, I used ChatGPT a very clever way. Yeah, I would like to discuss in that.
Okay, he has to deal with one vendor. I know whom he's referring to, and with that person, communication is a pain. So he is apparently using ChatGPT to figure out how to deal with that person. Interesting, Dinesh. I think that'll be a very great topic.
And not only person, that is a situation basically. I want to tell you how to handle situations using AI.
Right. How do you prompt AI properly to handle situations? Okay. How to talk to AI? We have three pitches: one video, one data engineering, one situation handling. Okay. Nice menu. Over to you, Rizwan.
Hi guys, when coming to conveying my thoughts to anyone, it could be an chat GPT or it can be any person. I always use a rule called 10 years old boy rule so that any person can understand what I'm speaking or to convey my thoughts. And I have some few most important tips from a book called How to Win Friends and Influence the People. It's a good book, guys. So let's join my room and
In
to
your project, Rizwan.
yes, Tarun. I always use this 10 voice old rule so that anyone can understand, even ChatGPT can understand it. So keeping the terms easily and
How is that impact? How is that a game changer in your project?
sometimes ChatGPT will be not giving the structural code for the scrapers or for analysis. So for that time, I will be explaining it in a phrase that it can easily understand, or I can communicate with my team members so that they can understand. Why? Because everything is linked in the pipeline. So the data is flowing, right? So that's why explaining the things will be easy to should, I think.
Awesome. That sounds like a very exciting topic. He's using Dale Carnegie's principles while prompting, and Dale Carnegie's principles while talking to internal teams for clarity. Awesome. Thank you, Rizwan. Now, over to you, Simran, for your pitch. I request all of you to please keep your hands raised so that we can create a breakout room on your name. Everybody who pitched, please keep your hands raised. Yeah, over to you, Simran.
Yeah, so I made uh, SOPs for ART lab. Like I made for interns meet SOP. So through that, I understand that choosing correct words make a very big difference. So choosing correct words, clear, simple language build trust as well, and it also remove the confusion. So I'm talking about how we can make a clearer SOPs.
Okay. Thank you, Simran. Now, who's left? Only Aditya Sharma?
Myself, Tarun.
Harish, you didn't pitch.
I I want to pitch. I
Go
was
ahead.
in the second
I thought
interview.
you'd already pitched. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. So, language play a very crucial role when you are working with your teammates who comes from different cultural and different background. Yeah. And I also want to tell that how vibe is equally important than language when you are working with the different background people. If you want to know more about it, you can join my room.
How was this a game changer in your project?
So, we don't. So, one guy he's from Telugu background and one is from Kannada. We don't, and they also don't know English, but we managed to talk because one thing which is common. I don't know how we can. But one thing I want to explain to this is vibe. Our vibe can match. then how we can use to we can use to appoint a translator, a guy who knows Hindi and Telugu. He comes and they
Using language smartly for the vibe, is it? That's your pitch.
yeah, yes.
Got it. Yeah, Harish, over to you for your
Yeah.
take.
So so guys, whenever I go to a manager or a person in the industry who is already there, and they're using one system, and I make one system and I try to give it to them, it will not work always that they want to use it. So I'll just try and go sit with them and I said, can you please give me suggestions? I'm trying to make this sort of system for you. I'm finding so much difficulties. Though I have completed it, I'll sit with him. I'll be like, sir, can you please give me suggestions? Go through this now, please. And then he will go through that and he'll be like, okay, this is already better than that. Instead of giving them, sir, can you try this? I made this for you. If you bring that person as a part of this preparation of the system, he'll feel included. In this way, if you use this language in an inclusiveness, you can win people, you can reduce time in interpretation because he's tinkering with it. Tinkering is a better way to get the UI, right? So you click so many clashes and your life will be better. I learned it through in this 6 months, and I want everyone to use this method. It will work at least. I hope this will work for anyone.
Awesome.
Make them use it.
So, how do you use inclusive language so that everybody feels like they're a part of it? That I think that's a great topic, Harish. We've opened all the breakout rooms, so you guys can feel free to explore the breakout rooms of the people whose pitches were exciting to you.
Joining Harish's room first.
Thank you.
Okay, then I'm joining there to drive people away to other rooms.
Yeah.